after that. And it can be rather lonely because I normally travel alone anyway. But in Elkin, my travels are different kettle of fish. Don't have work pressure because it is an ideal state. Work and leisure and lifestyle is one. And there are no reports to write. Most of us falls into two categories. We either have the money but not the time, or we can have the time but insufficient funds to travel. And even if we have the time and the money, we would travel with a busloads of strangers. But in Elkin, we travel with a busloads of friends. For me now, restrictions of time and money is the past. And the beautiful thing about the travels is, even though I do it so frequently, my income in Elkin is not affected in any negative way. What a life to travel, enjoy your life, and still have a wonderful income. Now, some of the countries I went to were Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Italy, Japan, China, Thailand, Indonesia, and Vietnam, just to name a few. I still remember my Form 5 days. We studied about geography, we studied about South Africa, and the tremendous and wonderful Table Mountains. To be able to get there and enjoy our lives is really magnificent. And of course, we enjoy the exotic meats, elephant meat. We also have crocodile meat and giraffe meat. But the giraffe meat I did not consume. For very obvious reasons, my neck is long enough. Once again, I thank Elkin for this opportunity of realizing the ideal state of life where work and lifestyle has become one and with enjoyment and happiness. Being a professional, an engineer, PE, and most of us say PE stands for professional engineer. For me, honestly, sometimes I look at it and say it is poor engineer. And at times it becomes pathetic engineer because the work is so tremendous and the pay is so little. On hindsight, if I have to go through this journey again, I definitely will, only with greater fervor and greater speed to succeed as quickly as possible in Elkin. Many of you do not realize that when I was born, I won the lottery. I had a condition known as congenital adhesion of the intestines, which means the food cannot get through and it had to come out from my mouth. And it's a terrible thing. And when I was in Australia studying in a university, I went through a major operation to get that done. By the year 2001, I had a relapse. And this is something the doctor says cannot cure because of the adhesions of the intestines. And by 2001, I had a relapse and I was in the hospital for that major operation. And you would not believe it, I was there for 1 month. And over that year and a half, I could hardly walk. I could hardly concentrate for even 3 or 5 minutes. Now, Joanne hardly worked the business of Elkin at all because I needed her attention all the time. And over this period of time, it was very challenging. But the Elkin business has gave me a good, regular 5-figure income. And it was during my hospitalization that I became what we would call an MCCM, Millionaire Crown Council member. I know for certain if I had remained in the corporate sector, my life would have been washed out. Who would want, if you had looked at the picture, who would want to hire someone who looked like a drug addict? Who would want or wait for someone to recover, take more than a year to recover? In fact, I had the peace of mind because of my regular income. I had the peace of mind to recover from the major operation. Alkan's products also speeded up my recovery. And therefore, talking about residual income, working hard for about 3 years and having good residual income, I am an example you can all see where even not doing much, not hardly doing anything, I have a good 5-figure income. So, should anyone ask for my advice, whether to come into Alkan, I would say, waste no time, go for it, do it now, and begin with an end in mind, and that is, failure is not an option. Finally, I must thank someone wonderful, someone closest to me. If not for her, who started this journey, in spite of the fact that I don't understand multi-level marketing, and I'm not for multi-level marketing, in spite of that, she started this business, and if not for that, I won't be on stage today. Lend me your hand to give Joanne, my wife, a big round of applause. Thank you so much.
Till you come and sit a while with me, you raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be.